Back to the Lovin Dubai show, where we are broadcasting live the opening ceremony of EXPO 2020 Dubai. My name is Casey.
My name is Simran.
And we are so excited to be with you here to take you through all the information that you may need to talk to you about EXPO, and then eventually to, of course, broadcast the live. We're getting your questions in, which we're going to try and answer. One of the questions is, when does the ceremony begin?
Good question. When does the ceremony begin? Very shortly.
We have the rundown. We believe it's going to start at 8, so stay tuned with us. What you're seeing now, if you're watching the... Are we doing a split screen, by the way?
Yes.
So you can see the drone cover. This is the footage that we're getting directly from EXPO TV. This is the footage that they're broadcasting to the world, showing the incredible drone footage of the site. We actually have Richard Fitzgerald, our CEO of Augustus. He's down there taking footage also. So we're getting updates. We believe the Al Plaza Dome is quite warm this evening. That's what we've heard so far.
Yes, that's the reports in right now.
And
oh,
now
look at
we're seeing VIP arrival. So we were told that at this point we're going to see VIPs arrive into the Expo. Probably as excited as we are about what's to come. Like we said, this is Olympic standard opening ceremony. We're going to see the likes of Andrea Bocelli, Ellie Goulding all performing. We're going to have all of the pavilions possibly represented here tonight. 192 countries possibly represented at this opening ceremony. And of course, attended by media, dignitaries, and I'm sure UAE royals, which is very exciting.
This is exciting. So someone asked about PCR tests at the site. Now, you do need to present a negative PCR test if you're not vaccinated, and if you're vaccinated, you can show proof of vaccination on the Al Husn app, and you can, it's not on Al Husn app, right? Or your vaccination certificate. If you're coming from abroad, you'll be given a vaccination certificate which you can present at the entry. And if you're not vaccinated, your negative PCR test has to have a validity period of 72 hours. So that is what is required to enter the Expo 2020 site.
Keep your questions coming in. We'll do our best to answer them, so bear with us. We have one from Marilu saying, if I'll be assisting someone with determination, the ticket I pay is half price, but will I be able to use it for the entire month as well? It depends on the ticket that you get. If you buy a day ticket, then no.
Yeah.
If you get the monthly ticket, I'm not sure if the assisting ticket works for the entire month, because that's actually just a special pass that they've put on offer. So I would double check that. The day one will only, of course, work for the day. Yes.
So do keep your questions rolling in, and we will be talking to you about everything to do with tech, pavilions, food. We'll give you a lowdown on the food destinations, not all the food destinations, some of the popular food destinations that you can find at the Expo site, give you a rundown on what you can expect from some of the major pavilions. Speaking of which, just the other day, a mummy was flown in from Egypt to the Egyptian pavilion. Incredible, a real life mummy, guys.
And the mummy coffin, I think, is also quite spectacular. But that's just one of the things that we're going to see at all of the pavilions. But I think one of the big questions when it was announced was, what is Expo 2020 Dubai? What can we look forward to? And where did it all come from? And as the news rolled out across the UAE and as anticipation grew, we learned more about it. And the Expo actually goes back 170 years. It's got a massive history behind it. And what I think it's most famous for is different innovations that have been rolled out across different times. So what I'm most excited about is, yes, the food, yes, the performances, but also like the new, is the new iPhone coming? Is, you know, but here, like, this is, and if you don't know the UAE, if you're tuning in and you're not really aware, we go big for everything. Like we have the world's tallest building, we have the world's tallest hotel, we have the world's tallest Ferris wheel,
hotel, building, everything.
And it's really a mark of a country that's 50 years old, proving that we're among the best. We were just recently listed in the top 5 cities in the world. Dubai was. So it's constantly striving to achieve its best. So I do think with this Expo, they are really just proving to the world that we are on a global level, and we're going to see a lot of big announcements over the next 6 months. I think it's super exciting.
Oh, definitely. It's always go big or go home with Dubai. And speaking of the previous expos, it used to be called the World Fair.
Really?
Yeah, it's like a giant science fair, and one of the biggest things that's come out of the previous World Expos is the Eiffel Tower. Can you imagine?
So interesting.
Eiffel Tower, like a lot of things you would not expect was brought about and given birth to at expos.
And I think with the Expo Eiffel Tower, at the time afterwards, there was talk about dismantling it.
It was, oh yes, it was built as a gate to the expo
and there was
site.
talk of dismantling the Eiffel Tower, and now look, it's an iconic landmark in Paris. It's how we recognize. It's when they have a world map, they'll put the Eiffel Tower. It's how you recognize Paris on a map. it's part of history, and to think that they were thinking of dismantling. But yes, people would not recognize that it's connection with Expo.
Honestly, and like you said, like it's what made Paris. Like now we know Paris. When we speak of Paris, we just so instinctively think of the Eiffel Tower. Like that's it. It's done so subconsciously at this point. And with Dubai, you just don't know what to expect from the expo right now with the innovations like a new iPhone, maybe holograms coming out of phones, like all the new inventions that will be unveiled at the expo sites. Oh my God, it's just so exciting. It's an exciting time for technology altogether. And the Ferris wheel, George's Ferris wheel, the big wheel, the London Eye, that was invented at the expo as well.
Well,
no, not the London. Sorry, my bad. Not that one.
But this is what. But oh, mind the pun. It's come full circle because it was the Ferris wheel, George's Ferris wheel, a big wheel. It was first unveiled, installed at the World Columbian Exposition in Chicago. That was in 1893. Many years later, London Eye came along.
Yes.
And now, in case you didn't realize, Dubai has just unveiled Ain Dubai, which translates to Dubai Eye, I think. Which is actually now the world's largest Ferris wheel, and it's on Blue Waters, which is an island where land was actually reclaimed to make Blue Waters Island, which is just phenomenal in its own right. And this has all happened. It's actually opening to the public this month, I believe. There was a media opening last month, but in terms of coming full circle from the first Ferris wheel to be unveiled at Expo back then, and now for the world's largest to be unveiled in Dubai on its 50th year of the UAE, when we're celebrating Expo, which is the first time Expo has actually happened in the region to happen here in Dubai. It's just a phenomenal story of success.
It really is. And it's brilliant to see how great of a host country Dubai is, because keeping so many things in mind, it's even like, okay, we'll be having visitors come in, we'll be having tourists come in, so let's open the Dubai Eye around this time. Madame Tussauds has opened up for tourists, I mean for residents and tourists, of course.
But just gotten a Madame Tussauds.
Yes, and Chris Fade has his very own statue over there, a local celebrity.
Super exciting. I can't wait to go and see it. And Balkis is also there, and for the massive unveiling. We still haven't gotten the full rake of celebs.
Yeah.
But yeah, Chris Fades was announced yesterday, which is super cool. But yeah, there's so much happening in Dubai right now. It's literally felt like in the last month, the city is buzzing. We have gone from a quiet city, I think with COVID, and I think with traveling in the summer. But now the buzz in Dubai at the moment is just like, you can just feel it in the air. Like just in our office, we feel it. It's busy, right?
Really. And just the persistence of the leadership, the government, the authorities, like this whole year in the beginning, it's like, okay, will the expo happen? Will it not happen? Is the UAE equipped? Is Dubai equipped? Are we, have we beat COVID yet with the travel restrictions, all of that? And Dubai was persistently saying like, no, expo will happen this year. We will go ahead with Expo 2020. We will overcome the pandemic. And here we are.
Here we are, and you can see as the VIPs walk in, they're actually surrounded by
Emirati performances
in traditional dress, welcoming them. I think the sound is probably amazing, and you can see the dome ahead looming. Now, the Al Wasl Plaza, which is the dome that we're talking about, is the central point of Expo 2020 Dubai, and it's actually the world's largest unsupported dome, and it forms the centerpiece of the entire Expo site, and it will actually remain as an iconic hub of District 20, which we'll get to a little bit. But this is the opening. It's iconic. No need for red carpet when the entire place is just a futuristic carpet.
It is stunning. I'm getting goosebumps just looking at them walking in, like just being greeted from the very beginning with performances. I mean, like I said, Dubai knows how to host.
It does, and it just knows how to put on a show. Like the thing is, we if you follow Lovin Dubai, like we share beautiful photos of Dubai the whole time, and so many times we just think Dubai is just showing off. It's constantly showing off, and I think tonight, in terms of what it can do, in terms of the innovation, in terms of the technology, and I think tonight is just going to be peak showing off. at how stunning the city can be. Now, things are happening. Is this the moment it begins? You're watching the opening ceremony.